but I prefer to call it a miracle. Just as Yahshua raised the dead, just as Yahshua walked on water, just as Yahshua enlightened us through the stubbornness to our fathers, he can work it out. Now, I haven't been here ever so little kid, but I was led here. I don't think it was a coincidence, but I say spontaneous and serendipitous. Now, I hope my message, I hope you guys smile. I hope you guys enjoy your day here with everything going your way, not one single complaint, and everything going cool and smooth.
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to Yahweh Yahshua Speak television show. We are here in Evanston, Illinois to bring forth a marvelous lesson Yah had put into my page called Yah is the teacher of the whole world. Yah is the teacher, but he gave it to his son to teach, but his son, as Yahshua would say, everything that he say and do, he got it from his daddy. So, and the whole world is the universe. All that these scientists always discovering another pocket of hole or whatever. Y'all say, how you like me now? You think you discovered something? Let me show you something else. I'm endless. I'm infinity. I'm eternally.
Right.
So that's what he is. He is the teacher of the whole world. So we're going to start off at Matthew chapter 7. Matthew chapter 7. Yes, y'all like to send out a shout to all his sons and daughters around his area. They're standing for his truth from Genesis to Revelation, keeping all his laws, statutes, and commands, and being that example to this raw age. He said, well done, my son. Keep it moving. Keep it going forward. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Praise the mighty Yah. Matthew chapter 7. Chapter 7. And let's read verse 21.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21. Now everyone that saith unto me, Master, Master, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
Hallelujah. Not every akkad that are mine to me, Adon, shall enter into the high male Kuf of Shemayim. But he that doeth the will of my Abba which is in Shemayim. Like some of you physical Israel, thinking he just coming back from Israel, what you not get. He said, he that do the will. You might be physical Israel, but that don't mean you're doing his will. He ain't about no half step. You know, you got to be 100 or nothing at all. You know, everyone must become spiritual Israel. That's how you become to do his will. You will love him. You will have him. So you will, his will has become our will. Like he said, you should say, I come to do my Abba's will. It's nothing of us. It's all about him. He gets the honor and glory all the time in everything in our lives. Every aspect, where we go to the store, on our family, friends. We live, like you say, he must be lifted up so people be drawn to him. And how you lift them up? Represent Israel. Next month is Black History Month. Oops, my bad. Before I, Raw Makai, went in to speak for the resurrection, we were quickening them. It's Ibryi History Month. And Yah said, I'm taking it another notch less. He adds some, you know, from our Rahs. We grow on a foundation that they grow on from Yahshua. It's Ibryi, Yah's History Month. Praise the mighty Yah. Coming to you next month. Hallelujah. Let's go to Matthew chapter 10. Matthew chapter 10. Matthew chapter 10. Matthew chapter 10, let's read verse 32.
Matthew chapter 10 and verse 32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Whosoever, as messenger Daniel, David said, whosoever, like you do the will and all of that, it's whosoever, therefore shall confess Yahweh before Adam, him will I confess also before my Abba which is in Shemayim. Yes. We confess We wearing the crown of glory that he has for us. We wearing our titses and wearing as much as we can recall, garb, represent. That's what it is. He wants you to represent. That's how you become his peculiar am. That's how you set apart. That's how people think you're strange and cuckoo. Yeah, you cuckoo for Yahweh's thoughts. So that's it. So yeah, we cuckoo. Everybody got to be brainwashed into something. Our mind been brainwashing to believe in all that our Abba says. Hallelujah, you got to wash that brain that's thinking out, put in this new mind. He said, let this mind as in Yahshua be in you. And that's as I raw Shalom Adiyah on the Layil Park. That's how you know the fruit. It ain't about how other people think. The fruit is the gifts and the attributes and ways of Yahweh. You being known, you can tell your character, your integrity is like Abba Yahweh, our big brother Yahshua. We are becoming like him. Now, not when you move.
Amen.
Hallelujah, Yahweh. Let's go to Micaiah chapter 11. Matthew chapter 11. Matthew chapter 11. Let's read verse 27.
Matthew chapter 11 and verse 27. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him.
Hallelujah. All things are delivered unto me of my Abba Yahweh. And no Adam Yahweh the Haban but the Ha'abba. Neither Yahweh any Adam the Ha'abba save the Ha'aban, and he to whomsoever the Ha'aban will reveal him. Like I said, this is all he telling of his dad. This is the title lesson. Yah is the teacher of all of the whole world. He letting you know it's my Abba. He ain't taking all the kabod himself like Adam would do. Me, I like it. Me, no. Keep it up to Yah. It's nothing of you. You're just a piece of clay, dirt vessel he's using. But you got to get that self out of you, that flesh out. That flesh. And the devil is buddies. So it has you thinking, once you come down and give you his Yahweh, Kokma and Bane, it's me. But when you was a dumb babe, you was humble. You know, they'll sit and listen. Now again, that's what the devil waits on you, to get a little Yahweh of who you are. Then he come in, influence the flesh. And the flesh agreeing like with it because it likes to be. It's me. No, it's Abba Yahweh. His way or no way. That's it. That's what y'all say. Give him his glory. Then he'll lift you up in due season.
Yes, that's right.
Hallelujah, Yahweh. Micaiah chapter 12. Micaiah chapter 12. But it's a process, y'all. That's a process. You go through them and say, but hopefully you come out of it. Because don't get too prideful and be stuck in it. You know, that's just the process, because you've been an awakening to who you are. So that flesh got to, it got to come out. It got to be drawn out. And that's what we are here to do, these dark brains. We get to bring it out of you. Because it's down there in underneath the surface. Any little thing or someone say something or do something you don't like, that old man still there, comes up roaring. Be mad. So that's when you know it's a process, but you're on your way. Hallelujah. Just stay and keep walking in Yah's way, you're there. Micaiah chapter 12, Matthew chapter 12, verse 50, and you read.
Matthew chapter 12 and verse 50. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
See, he's talking about his daddy. His daddy teaching him. And daddy taught him. He said, for whosoever shall do, not just to hear and do nothing. Sitting there, talking a bunch of talk, ain't doing nothing. Thinking you smarter than Yah. Because he done open up your spiritual mind a bit. Then you got puffed up like your daddy the devil. That's all it is. Because if you go against this book, you up your daddy the devil. You don't believe Yahweh. You think you cool with them. You fooling yourself, deceiving by the big deceiver. That your daddy the devil. For whosoever shall do the will of my Abba, which is in Shemayim, the same as my Abba, my car, and that's it. That's because you become spiritual family. You know, your spiritual family is the one you're supposed to edify before your physical. Because these are the one you're going to be in turn with. These are the one on the same page. These are the ones you're supposed to strengthen. Well, then they can go strengthen they family that don't know of Yahweh. They have the strength to stand on thus says Yahweh. And when all else fail, keep standing. Watch the Yahshua of our Yahweh work in your life. And all the other, they be drawn. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Yahchanan, John, chapter 14. Yahchanan, John, chapter 14. This is for us, Eric. He wants everybody to get this. You may start off in different religions saying, you know, the main one is Roman Christian. You saying, Lord Jesus, all that. But you grow. There comes a time, and then stop making excuses. You know, why you using it. That shows you being convicted, because you know that ain't right. You know, you get to know his name. How they ever gonna know the difference? You saying Jesus, this Lord, this, the Lord of Israel, all that. You know, and that other ethnic group, the tribe that put it in, that they ever think is the chosen one, say his name is too sacred. That's a lie. In the beginning, he said, I am that I am, when he had sent Moses around. And then he finally told him his name. Amen. He wants his name to be known. There's power in the name. Yeah. Yahshua and Yahweh. Hallelujah, Yahweh. And Thurs. We gonna represent. Are you? Yeah. Hey, like you say, right? We doing this thing with all our might as we learn to do better. We leaping over those hurdles and going up higher and higher. Right. He revealing it to us. And we love it because we know we just have a short time here, but we're doing this for our eternal glory. His representative. We are his representative ambassador. We are, as they call it, say, the church. Most people don't come in there. No. So when you out there, you're supposed to represent, then they be drawn to you, looking at his particular am and ask you questions. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Yahchanan chapter 14, verse 6.
John chapter 14 and verse 6. Yahshua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
And so many people thinking that, hey, the mother religion, that's what they are, religion. And man-made, influenced by the devil. It ain't going on in this book like some brother on Facebook be trying to question, because they got that Egyptology stuff in stone. I said, brother, keep on worshiping in that stone, and it's called a raw mind. I said, I'm going to keep telling you, you're going to end up in, if you don't repent, you're going to be in the raw fire. You know, it tells you in the book, don't worship the woods doing sewer. You know, it tells you, but they don't read it. And that's how I know he done them in 3 bags of rock. Because it's in this book that they had us there and we built all that. You know, and then you got the Hamites over there. They let me befriend people to bring it true. They going on the spirit of the ancestors. You worshiping them a man. Yeah, the spirit of Yah was in our ancestors. The before it, and they did terrible. No, his spirit is in it. They going on that, and then they try to ask me. I said something, they said something, and they asked me about what spirit I'm talking about. Just politely told them, the spirit, the Holy Spirit of our Yahweh. They said he couldn't say nothing to that. It was gone. Hushing all games, said. They couldn't say nothing. You know, because they ain't been hearing it. And then they too hating on nigga, the white man was in. I had to probably write them Hamites and let them know. Hey, this was pronounced on Ham and Shem. That how cruel they was going to be to us for disobedience. Amen. Shuts all games there. Truth. Yahshua. So help us all, Yahweh. That's what he wants, Eric. This is for the whole area. Yeah, did we read that right?
14:6.
Yeah. See, this is what Yeshua's amount to him. I am the way, the truth, the I am, and the high cap. No other coming unto the high but by me. That's the only way in, y'all. Through his son, he's the mediator for us. And he let you know, this is what my daddy told me to tell y'all. He's the teacher of the whole area. This is what he gone down that you know. This is it. And some of y'all, Hebrews don't want to believe in the new. This is the final here. This is the final step. Yeshua came in the flesh. For they let you know, this is what you have to do to be in the kingdom. He said, yeah, he tells you. You have not the Father, you have not him. You have not him, you have not the Father. So unless you repent and come back, y'all, you guaranteed to go to the lake of fire. He said, because you didn't believe him. That he is the great I am. Because he is. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Colossians chapter 2. Colossians, he just, y'all about love and giving. He's trying to get something to you. It's a have now. It's brutally for blessings now and eternal. So you only wish that none should go to that hotel that Raw McCann said, ain't no way out. Ain't no way out to get it. And he ain't even, now you see, Yeshua giving, he always give a physical to the spirit. He telling you of Lazarus, and it's true, he letting you know. He say out of his own mouth, the one y'all know that Jesus, Yeshua out of his own mouth, they be gnashing of teeth. Why? As our brothers don't say that pain you gonna be in, like you know how it is when you're in pain, you grit your teeth now. Now you know the boy, it's gonna be really ugly. It's gonna be unendurable pain. The pain we be sometimes at night, it be like almost unbearable. But he said there's a way out of everything. You believe and trust him. Colossians chapter 2, let's read verses 12 to 14. All praises to our Yahweh.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 12. Buried with him in baptism, wherein also ye are risen with him through the faith of the operation of Elohim, who hath raised him from the dead.
Hallelujah. This is it. We buried with Yeshua in baptism, wherein also you are risen with Yeshua through the high eminence of the operation of Abba Yahweh, who have raised Yeshua from the high boot. Yeah, you know, my daddy is the teacher. He's the all that. He just, you know, he had to break me off to come down here and save you all. Because we always heading to the lake for disobedience, breaking the commandments, statutes, and laws. That was it. He had to come. He had to wait the time till it come, because Yah couldn't break his own law. Saying Yeshua, he could have zapped the devil right then in the garden. But he had set up a law. They broke it, so he had to let it, man, go through the process of time of trying to see if they gonna come back to him. And he said they wouldn't. Yeah. He knew they wouldn't. He already knew this. He knows. Continue.
Verse 13. And you, being dead in your sins, and the uncircumcision of your flesh, hath he quickened together with him, having forgiven you all trespasses.
Hallelujah. Like you say, as Rafa would say, yeah, you're supposed to go, this is what you're supposed to do. And you being dead, moved in your hatad and uncircumcision of your flesh, have quickened together with Yeshua, having forgiven all your trespasses. When you go down there, you're supposed to come up and be in the army of him. You died. That old man's supposed to die, but it's a process. You know, as Raw Macabre said, it went down a dry depth, came up a wet. It's a process. Continue.
Verse 14. Blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took it out of the way, nailing it to his cross.
Okay. Hallelujah. Okay, here it is, you Roman Christians. Listen up. What the daddy's son will say. Listen. and get some money and have understanding. Blotting out the handwriting of ordinance that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took it out of the way, nailing it to the stake. Twofold. Once you got submerged, that ordinance, they know blotting out the handwriting, it was written on us. Yeah, go into the lake of fire. That was the handwriting ordinance against us. YAHWH was against it. And then he said, and that was contrary to a sin. And took it out of the way, nailing it to the cross. That's that animal sacrifice he nailed to the cross. Right. That's it. The mother ordered he got out of our way. We was headed to the lake of fire. That's it. Ain't no law, statute, commandment done when it's in the new here. So I know y'all don't read, taking that man and woman word for it. They walking you with them hand in hand heading to the lake of fire. If you don't repent, come back to y'all before you move. As Roman God, you die with them YAHWH, you waking up with them. That's it. And y'all have mercy on who he wants. But as we know, we not taking that chance. We got this Musa book that will live right. And people say, what if it ain't right? And as Roman God say, well, if it ain't true, which we know is true, he should live a decent life.
All right.
Hallelujah. Let's go to YAHWH John. YAHWH John chapter 3. We know it's true because we see the power in it. Power in it, the obedience. We see the barricades he has gotten to us and our families and friends and neighbors. Just because his presence is on us, so his presence it blesses all that comes in your presence. Hallelujah. First, John chapter 3. Let's read verses 3 to 6.
John chapter 3 and verse 3. Yahshua answered and said unto him, Truly, truly, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Elohim. Verse 4. And Nicodemus saith unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Verse 5. Yahshua answered, Truly, truly, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of Elohim. Verse 6. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit.
Hallelujah. Check it out. There was a Adam of the Pharisees, Shem, Nicodemus, a ruler of the Yarden. The same came to Yahshua by Layil and Ammon, and to Yahshua, Rabbi, that's the only one you're supposed to be saying Rabbi to, right? Israel and all you other nations. Rabbi is Yahshua.
It's Yahshua.
We got that thou art a Yahweh, come from Elohim. For no Adam, see, he knew, see, like you say, they believe, like you say, the devil believes in Trinity. But is he being obedient? That's the difference. No Adam can do these miracles that thou doest, except Elohim be with you. Yeshua mine to him. Amen and amen. I am mine to thee. See, like, yeah, you're right. You got a little thought and understanding who sent me. Except if Adam be born again, he cannot see the high proof of Yahweh. See, that's what this thing is. Yahweh, the teacher of all things, he let you know this is from my daddy. I was just sent here. My daddy taught me, I'm come to teach you all. Nicodemus, a man, said, Yeshua, how can an Adam be born when he is old? How can he enter the second time this month in his M's womb and be born? Yeshua, Amen and Amen. He said, you're right. And he said, this is what he said. I say unto thee, except a Adam be born of Mayim and of the YHWH, he cannot enter into the high milk of my daddy Yahweh. That's what it is. The water rinsing off that physical body outside The Ruach is cleansing from the inside out.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That which is born of the flesh is flesh. And that which is born of the Ruach is Ruach. That's what it is. Once you went down, you had this fleshly body, like some brothers teaching. Hey, you ain't no spiritual man now. That's on them. What did it just say? Be of the water and the Ruach. And then flesh be of flesh, but those are born of the Ruach, you of Ruach. You have this fleshly body, but the Ruach is in you. And y'all flesh. I don't think Michael and Gabriel, the angel living up in me. It's God's power source to do and be fruitful and multiply on this era and kick and keep beating down the devil.
Amen.
That's what it's for. Hallelujah. Luke chapter 8. Luke chapter 8. All praises to our Abba Yahweh. We totally for our big brother Yahshua.
Thank you.
Hallelujah. Best gift you can ever have in your life.
Praise the mighty
To be
Yah.
part of to be redeemed to the eternal kind.
Speak it, Father.
Luke chapter 8. Luke chapter 8. Luke chapter 8. Let's read verse 10. He wants you to get it, Eric. He wants you to get it. You got to read and understand it so you can do it. And if you don't, keep reading. He said, you have not to ask not. You don't know, ask him. Don't ever try to, oh, that old King James book is too hard. No. That's the flesh and then the devil trying to tell you that. As we learn, as we're growing up, anything, I don't care what age you become, it's never too late. You just keep practicing, keep practicing. The Ruach gonna have it, everything gonna be light, easy, and breezy. Yahweh's way. Luke chapter 8, verse 10.
Luke chapter 8 and verse 10. And he said, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of Elohim, but to others in parables, that seeing they might not see, and hearing they might not understand.
Hallelujah. And Yeshua Ma, unto you it is given to Yahweh the high mystery of the high mile proof of Yahweh, but to others in parable, that seeing that they might not see, and Shema that they might not think, because they got to doing it with their natural eyes and ears. They ain't surrendered. You got to humble yourself to surrender to Abba Yahweh. Be that Zakah, that child is him. As Yeshua said, you know, you enter the kingdom of Yahweh, you have to become like a child.
Amen.
This child. He compares it to the physical to the spiritual. Because as a child, they be humbled up to a parent and an adult. That's the same way they trust and believe in us. You know, an adult parent. You don't have to be a natural parent. You just a parenting. You parenting. You know, and they surrender and believe. And that's why as we become spiritual, we supposed to surrender and believe everything our Abba says to us. From Genesis to Revelation. Ain't being no stinking thing your old man got a little while, then the flesh get in there, and then come the puppet master devil. As he did Kawa. What you just read, I didn't really mean that. You could put a twist to it. You remember, he gave you free will. Liar. You have to do all what our Yahweh has written and left for us. Hallelujah. Luke chapter 10. Like our big brother sure can't say, he's been alive from the beginning. He's the father of life, and there's no truth in him. That's why he got kicked to the curb, to the error.
Right.
And now that's what a lot of people they're catching hell. We ain't catching hell. Hell is a state of being. We got Yahweh ensuring ourselves. We got love. We got life now abundantly and having it eternal more abundantly. All praise to Yahweh. We as representatives here to tell you how to come out of that living hell on this earth where this devil is. He's the Elohim, he's the God. A lot of you brothers don't want to say, lots of times the God of this world is written. But he ain't got no power because we have been made in his image and we are little heirs. Don't get your head bigged up like like some of these men thinking they are Yahshua. The devil, your daddy, got you deceived. Because when this book wasn't written down, you go, I don't read your name up in here. How could you be? Huh? And he said, Dari's sepulchre over there, your grave over there. I know where you was buried. Hallelujah. Our Elohim is Kaya. He went down and now he's Kaya. Living Kaya as Elohim. Luke chapter 10 verse 20.
Luke chapter 10 and verse 20. Notwithstanding, in this rejoice not, that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven.
Praise the mighty God. That's what Yahshua said.
Hallelujah.
Notwithstanding in this, Shemak not that the high ruachs are subject unto you, but rather Shemak because your Shem are written in my daddy's book in Shemayim.
Yes.
Let you know. You come and hear and live out what my daddy sent you to do.
Yes.
You're going to be with your name written up in my daddy's book right now. And we about being Shabbat right now. Kadashim. Saying what you standing for and all that. He said you're going to answer every idle word.
Right.
The word you didn't say was his, you're going to have to answer to it. Praise the mighty God. But we get it written down for doers of the word.
Right.
He's like he said, he should rejoice. And the Malachim and our Yowm should rejoice. And they're looking down as our Raw Makai did their lesson. We are a sacrifice, that sweet savor going up to the mouth. Praise the mighty God. Yeah, he gave me, like this week at work, it was food sense was coming to me. And I'm then, ooh, this smells good. And then the Ruach quickened me. That is how Yahweh they sees and smell. That good smelling sacrifice of incense we are representing. That's what the Ruach had quickened me. All praise to Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
You know how they even smell that good food cooking.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's how Yahweh is. He smells his good children working.
Yes.
Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Yes.
Philippians. Not unafraid. Don't care what no Adam or Kara is talking about. Skip them. We know what our daddy sent our big brother to say to us. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Philippians chapter 4. Philippians chapter 4. Philippians chapter 4. Let's read verse 3.
Philippians chapter 4 and verse 3. And I entreat thee also, true yoke fellow, help those women which labor with me in the doctrine, with Clement also, and with other my fellow laborers, whose names are in the book of life.
Hallelujah. This is how y'all think of his death. You prideful, fleshly, carnality-minded Adams. I entreat thee also, image yoke fellow. Those one who follow y'all, those the image yoke fellow. Yahshua, those Iyshshah that labor with me in the high doctrine, with Clement also, with other my fellow laborers whose Shem are in the book of Kai. Doing what our Yahweh sent our big brother to tell us. No, not caring what nobody said. Just doing his work. That's it. We ain't trying to hit it.
Right.
We live in God's blessed life. We ain't got no time going back and forth with you. It's work to be done. It's about saving souls. That's what it's about. It ain't about you edifying yourself, looking Hebrew, but lacking the Elohimness that's going to be in you, the Ruach. Looking the part. Like he said, Yahshua told them, and your people, the Pharisees and scribes back then, you look good on the outside. But the inside, you smell worse than 2 dead rats. You stink. Perpetrating outside, you all claim the dirty as a dirty dog like your daddy the devil. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Revelation chapter 20. you're like you say, wolves in sheep clothes, pretending.
Amen.
You know,
Amen.
like you are all this and that to your art, not God. But like he said, it's written, you thinking deceit all up in your mind. And, you know, perpetrating words like you that love him. Like you should say, with your stammering lips, you say you love me, but in your pay, I know it. You're a liar. Like your daddy, who's going to be on fire. The devil. You don't repent and come back to Yah. Revelation 20. Let's read verses 14 to 15.
Revelations 20, verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. Verse 15. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire.
Hallelujah. This what he talked to you, Eric.
Yes.
This is what Daddy Ibryi taught our big brother Yahshua to come down and let us know. It's real. The Roman Christian doctrine, they don't be teaching it. You don't want money. But we don't want, like as now Rafa said, we don't want for nothing.
Right.
Yah is our shepherd. We shall not want. Because it's already provided.
That's right.
You know, it's already provided.
Yeah.
But he wants things, you know, he wants you to have. He don't want you to go ahead.
Right.
He don't want you to go ahead. We all appointed to move once. But the second Margaret, we don't have to. But you have to be obedient. God, like I say, he had mercy and hang who he wants. But why take the chance? Like the Roman Christian doctrine teaches. You can be on your deathbed and confess then. And then as Ron Sloan said, what if you can't talk?
Amen.
Huh?
What thing?
Praise the mighty God.
Hallelujah.
Save the mercies for other people. He gave us his mercy to read this book, his grace, to read this book and live it out. Hallelujah, Yahweh. 1 John, chapter 3. 1 John, chapter 3. And let's read verses 1 to 2. Praise you, Robert Yahweh, for your revelation knowledge. Because there's, like he said, Yahshua said, that the mystery, that's what a lot of Romans say, the mystery now, that's a mystery to you. He just told, but for us, it is revealed, so we can tell you about our mystery that he had written when he gave Brother Daniel to write it.
Yeah.
You know, to seal up the book. Now it's wide open for the whole heaven.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, Yahweh. 1 John 3, chapter, verses 1 to 2.
1 John chapter 3, verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of Elohim.
Hallelujah.
Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Verse 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of Elohim, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
Praise mighty, read 3.
Verse 3. And every man that hath this hope in him purified himself, even as he is pure.
Praise the mighty Yah. The Ruach gonna expound on this because there's some brothers teaching some folly to this. But this is what Yahshua had out down right. He told them what our Abba expected. Behold, what manner have our Abba have bestowed upon us, that we should be corrupt, the high bonds of Yahweh. Therefore, the high age yada us not, because they yada Yahshua not. There it is right there. Brothers, some of you Ibryi brothers, he said, what manner of love, how he thought it was so much that he said we are bonds, you know, to be called a bond on this earth right now. How you gonna become a bond? You know, bond means bear for two, y'all sister too now. You don't get it twisted, you prideful men. Man means mankind. Man, woman, and zakah, child. So you go ahead with your stinking thing. How you going to become that son or daughter when you dead? Like he said in Ecclesiastes chapter 9, he said that the dead knows nothing no more.
Nothing.
He said all their worth is under the sun is over.
That's right.
You had sleeping for the resurrection. And verse 2, behold, now are we the high bounds of Yahweh, and it does not yet appear what we shall be, but we gather that when Yahshua shall appear, we shall be like Yahshua, for we shall see Yahshua as Yahshua is. And the brother had the nerve to read this, and after he read it, he said, now are we mine. He said, partially. Shame on you, brother. See, you won't surrender to him wholly and for him to reveal it to you. What? He said, keep it plain and simple. He said, black and white. He said, now. And then like you say, and the problem, you are not what you shall appear to be. You know, you don't know now what you're going to be in the kingdom. But you're going to be granted, you know, as Rod Sloman, Brother God say, the more work you do here, the more you're going to have the covering over it. And then every other that have this hope, we know this. We know that we sure of it. We trying to get this hope to those who don't know that there's hope. And every other that have this hope, and Yahshua purify himself. You cleanse, that's where the baptism, the cleanses of the body, mind, and ruach. Even as Yahshua is pure. This is what these words are. You get purified to be in the kingdom. Our Yahweh's kingdom. This is Yahweh, the teacher of the whole universe. This is what he wants you to get. This is the only way in the kingdom. You got to become this. We becoming like Yahshua each and every day. Fruit is growing and multiplying. All praise to our Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Romans chapter 8. Romans chapter 8. Trying to let you get it, y'all. But you got to read and humble down so you can get you can see it with the spiritual eye and listen with the spiritual ear and beam it, understand it, so you can live it out. Hallelujah, Yahweh. And as some of them Roman Christian doctrine believers teaching, they couldn't keep the Torah. Well, it's written in your you call yourself New Testament believer. He said, wasn't nothing wrong with the Torah. The people, they was disobedient. They didn't want to give it, just like today. You like your daddy, the devil, trying. It's written. Any man that teaches that the commandments are done away, is you're gonna be the least in the kingdom. And what least is, Roman Christian doctrine believe, you ain't gonna be there. You're gonna be out and casting out of darkness. You teaching other men to do this. But what he said too, you people sitting in the pulpit, he said, study yourself unto me. Not let the Adam or Kawa study and study to themselves and tell you what they wanted to be. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Romans chapter 8, verses 15 to 16.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 15. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father.
Hallelujah. Yes.
Verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Elohim.
Hallelujah. For as many led by the high ruach of Elohim, they are the high bonds of Elohim. Yes, we are. If you led by the ruach, not your flesh. For you have not received the high ruach bondage again unto fear. Some of you, my sisters, calling that man Lord. You calling the devil that. Because he's telling you, for many as led by the ruach, they are his bond. For they are not and receive the ruach of bondage again. You know, let no Adam put you in bondage. You know, it's an order of Yah. Yeshua is the head of Adam, Adam the head of Kawa, and then the children follow. In the love of Yahweh, one, not to be dogged out. You go around, he ain't working, you going out to work. And he calls yourself having two, you got two other sister wives.
Come on now, teach your brother.
One, Yahweh ain't sure, Yahweh ain't out there hoeing with nobody else.
No, it's not.
Yeshua ain't out there hoeing.
No, it's not.
It's one.
Yeah.
That's it. And now a lot of these brothers thinking they're going to be in the kingdom with 7 wives. If you read with understanding, that's Yeshua they coming on, pulling on the skirt. That's Yeshua. Holla Yahweh. But you ever see the ruach of adoption whereby we cry, Abba, Abba. You can only call somebody your daddy if they your daddy.
Yeah.
So they're alive doing this. They can go and sleep and then woke up, daddy. And crawling around, daddy, daddy. We call it Abba now. We cry, Abba, hallowed be your name. Hallowed be your name. On this earth as it is in Shemayim. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Yeah. Right.
Psalms chapter 53. Psalms chapter 53. Here we cry, you cry now. You know, cry not, you know, you ain't crying lowliness to come out of something, you cry, but we crying in joy. How he said, hallowed be your Shem. We crying in joy because we know who we are, who we belong to now. And we are sure of our work we are put here to do.
Thank you.
Bring forth his truth and help and point people in the direction of Abba Yahweh where they could be in the kingdom. He gave his son a kingdom. Not his, but he come down to check on his children. He said he always wanted to dwell with Adam. So he gonna come down, then he go back to his big old nice crib up there. He can invite you up if you want. But hey, it's gonna be the same. His son who's gonna be just like his.
Yeah.
Because he made in his daddy image. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Psalm chapter 53, 1-3 in the read.
Psalms chapter 53 and verse 1. The fool has said in his heart, there is no Elohim. Corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good. Verse 2. Elohim looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and did seek Elohim. Verse 3. Every one of them is gone back. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one.
Hallelujah. The fool have a mind in his pay. There is no Elohim. Corrupt are they, and they have done cats and iniquity. There is none that doeth told. Elohim looked down from his great throne in Shemayim upon the high band of Adam to see if there were any that did bang, that did seek Elohim. Yes, we are them ones. And every icon of them is gone backwards. The world is gone backwards.
Yes.
They used to follow this book after Yeshua followed. Then the devil crept in, knew it was the Caucasian rule until Yeshua came, and he really deceived them and got them like lolly, you can do whatever you want now, and still gonna be in the kingdom. Lie from their daddy, the devil.
That's right.
Yahweh said, I don't kick it with the devil. He said, what think you supposed to be my child that you're going to go hang out? Remember how we are, you know, some of us go mischievous child out there hanging out with the wrong crowd?
Yeah.
That's the physical to the spirit. You can't just go hang out and come back to your mom and daddy house thinking you're going to bring that mess in there. No. The physical to the spiritual. Hallelujah, Yahweh. And every alcohol of them is gone back. They all together become filthy. There is none that do it told, not Akkad. And filthy is, you know, take them filthy rags, you take them off, because they ain't no good. Because in those who don't repent and come back, you taking them filthy rags off for the last time and going to the lake of fire. You don't repent. That's what them rags mean. They ain't no good. Take them off. They cleaned up. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Thank you,
Deuteronomy chapter 18. Deuteronomy chapter 18. Deuteronomy chapter 18. Deuteronomy chapter 18. And let's read verse 15. And this is what a lot of religious brothers like this. This ain't talking about you. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 15, and read.
Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 15. Yahweh thy Elohim will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken.
Hallelujah. And this, brothers, get this, let me get the Ruach talk to you after it reads this to you. Yahweh thy Elohim will raise up thee a Nabi from the midst of thee, of thy ark, like unto me. Unto him you shall hearken. See, he compares the physical to the spirit. See, Moshe was a man of Yahweh. He was the shadow of Yahshua. So that's the physical. He knew what he's talking about. And our nation, like unto you, a brother, which is Yahshua. Ain't none of you dumb men out of all this religion thinking y'all the Messiah. You ain't that. Have your Savior day. You don't repent, come to Yahweh, you're going to be savoring a hot hotel with the devil.
Yes.
Ain't none of y'all know Elohim. You liken to him, he to do this work. He give you the power. But you ain't Yahshua. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Colossians 1. Colossians chapter 1. I don't care how much knowledge you think you have, you dumb. You ain't never going to be as smart as our Yahweh. Our big brother Yahshua, he just gives you a light mind of showing his greatness. Look, he robbed everything, give man that thought of in creation. Because he wants us to have this. So he puts it in some man's mind and come. They didn't think of it. Like the physical had to come to physical. It was out in the spirit. It had to come to fruition. That's all.
That's right, brother.
He wants us to be comfortable on this era till he comes. First Colossians chapter 1. First Colossians chapter 1, and let's read verse 22.
Colossians chapter 1 and verse 22. In the body of his flesh through death, to present you holy and unblameable and unreprovable in his sight.
Hallelujah. In the high Ibryi of Yeshua's flesh, through the Marvet, to present us Kadesh and unblameable and unprovable in Yahweh's sight. And that's what it is. We do what we got to do. We are unblameable because we in the spirit, live in the spirit, you know, and we unprovable. Can't no man stand against the truth.
That's right.
They can't reprove you. Saying what thus said our daddy said from our big brother Yahshua. They tried, but you read throughout the book, we winners all the time. They always lost. They always lost. Still the same. We winners all the time. We don't lose nothing. Once we come to Yahweh, you don't let it lose nothing. I can give a testimony. One time at work, I had an ink pen and I would write something down in the locker room. I got up and forgot it there. This was weeks later. I went to the other side, way a building on the other side, and worked over there. And a little Mexican guy I worked with, he pulled out a pen from underneath the drawer thing. And behold, it was my pen from way another building. Y'all don't have to lose nothing. One time before I had my went to work club, I got out of the van because I'll be reading, I start to rain. And then I got out of the van set them in my bag instead of setting them in my pocket. Got out, didn't know, came out one day after the end of the work, there was one of my gloves. Then I thought, oh, I ain't got my glove. Something told me to hold on to that glove. Weeks later, I don't usually look to the left and into to the compartment part in the van. Yeah, as soon as I get in the hand, he looks to the left. Yahweh and behold, that was my glove. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Praise him. He's with us. He wants you to know. He gives us signs and the signs that he's with us. He talks to us. All individual. What God has for you to do, you got to do it. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Yahshua, Isaiah. Yahshua, Isaiah. Yahshua, Isaiah. That's how he wants you to know. He wants to be intimate with you. Intimate with you. And you compare the physical to the spirit. And the most intimate bond a man can have on there is him and his Iyshshah. And that's how y'all want to be involved in all aspects of your life. All aspects. As we had the bad weather yesterday, but the true yoke fella truck through it because y'all gonna make it. As we left the temple, the dash light and single light was on. But y'all say you can do good on the Sabbath. You had, because that's a hazard. So then me and Sister Yahshua found the auto zone. Went in there, y'all places you there. A young man, so informative and so wanting to help. Came out and did work. He didn't have to do it. All he did was sell you the product.
That's right.
Then you either you do it or have somebody else do it. But he hooked it up. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So don't be like the Pharisees scribe thing saying you can't do nothing. Unexpected thing.
Right.
But it was something that you could have did during the 6th day, and then that flesh and the devil wants you to diss Yah on the Sabbath and say, do it now. You can't do it. You had 6 days to do it.
That's right.
Unexpected, as it's written, it's called the Good Samaritan. He saw, who are you going to be a good Samaritan? If you see somebody, like Rob McCall said, see somebody on the street bleeding on, what you going to walk past them?
No.
You going to try to help them, you're going to take the call for some help. Oh, praise God, Yahweh. Isaiah, Yahshua, Isaiah chapter 51, 20. 51, yeah, verse 23.
Isaiah chapter 51. And verse 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets, as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of Yahweh, the rebuke of thy Elohim.
I'd like to come and repeat this after me. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I am at the right place.
I am at the right
At the
place.
right time.
At the right time.
I am at the right place.
I am at the right
At the
place.
right time.
At the right time.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. You go with these songs now. You can clap your hands, stomp your feet, tap your feet up in front of you. Do anything you want to.